Hi there.
All right. Did you say Hydra?
No, I said, hey there. Hydra. Hydra. Hell Hydra.
Whoa. Yeah, so Arrow.
Arrow's very fun.
Arrow was a great episode
Yes,
this
it was.
week. I think the best part of this episode of anything else was, the flourishing of Diggle and Andy's relationship.
Oh, yeah.
That was super good, super well done. I love that, we kind of see Andy get some redemption. That was super important. That was super cool. And I love that, the whole, like, him betraying John, to his former co-worker was just, like, both of their plan to get both of them in the room at the same time to kick some ass. That was awesome.
That was very awesome.
That was good.
But I think my favorite thing about this week's Arrow was the Riddler effect they did with Felicity and Felicity.
I wouldn't call it the Riddler effect, but I do see what you mean. I get it entirely because the whole like 19-year-old like goth Felicity was like in her head fucking with her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I see. I thought you were gonna say your favorite thing was Oliver doing exactly what I thought would happen, saying like we live in a world of magic and flight and fire people, so I will do anything it takes to make you walk again.
I mean, I knew that. I knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously,
we both did.
Yeah. But honestly, my favorite part is that because it's building her up, like you said, it's building her up even more to become the character she's going to be.
It's true.
And they gave her the nickname Overwatch.
Yep.
Which speaking of nicknames, something that I'm not too sure about is they're giving Diggle the nickname Spartan.
Spartan. Yeah, it's been going on for a few episodes now.
Something that I did not notice. I mean, I'm expecting him to be Guardian. In the comics, Spartan and him he doesn't really look like Spartan. He doesn't have the... It's not Spartan. I don't know why they're calling him Spartan.
It's a code name.
It's a
code name for when they're field, like Speedy, like Arrow, Canary.
The Guardian.
I know. I get that. Because, for a while there was also these rumors about them turning Diggle into the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And, that may or may not happen sometime in the future. We do not know exactly yet. Because all we know is that the showrunners of Arrow and the actor who plays John Diggle, they've been in talks about, his continuing character development.
They can't do it. I'm just going to say they can't do it. But do it. Keep on. Well, no, we'll see. They can't do it because I don't want him to break up or divorce his wife. And there's no chance. He has to be with Shira.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that.
If it's Jon Stewart, he needs to have his son Warhawk, which would play into Legends of Tomorrow, and that'd be a great little tie-in.
Yeah, I was going to say we're gonna talk about that right after this.
Yeah.
Another huge thing that happened in this episode was I've been saying fuck Amanda Waller for a long time, but damn.
Yeah, she really got messed up.
Yeah, bullet to the brain kind of messed up.
Which is something I was not expecting.
Me neither. Oh my god. It kind of made me wonder if they're going to do this whole like James Bond thing, like if Amanda Waller is just like a code name, if there's going to be like a new Amanda Waller like very soon.
Yeah.
Or if maybe she's a clone, or I don't know. I have no idea where they plan on going with this because now Argus has no leader.
And Amanda Waller's always a big part.
Oh yeah, she has to be.
Yeah, like there has to be Amanda Waller.
And she's not necessarily what I would call a good character by any means.
No.
Okay, I'm phrasing that a tad wrong. She's a good character in the sense that she, like, the character, like, as itself is amazing. There's levels to it. But Amanda Waller is very much, like, true neutral, or maybe even neutral evil.
Yeah, I would say more true neutral evil.
Yeah. Fucking dead. Just straight up, gone. Fall. Oh my god, I didn't expect it. And that was in that same scene getting John and Andy in the same room.
Yep.
On top of that, I think, like we've talked about before, I love that Arrow does these transitions between like the present and the past. And my favorite transition this episode was towards the end, whenever Ollie was pouring John a drink, and it flashed back to them being on in the past. Like it was the army thing.
Yeah.
And the douchebag that Andy beat up for the episode, we find out that Andy is actually somehow connected to the man on the island looking for mystical items.
Yep. Which is your favorite part because it ties you into Constantine.
That's right.
Huge tie-ins, but I mean, yeah, like you're talking about those transitions, they did
Beautiful.
it quite a bit times this episode. I mean, they did it with the fire between Felicity and then, yeah. So, those are really well done. I love those. Those are great. Those are cool.
I mean, it's. I think it's something that actually sets Arrow apart from all these other superhero shows because the art direction and the way they choose to do these transitions, it's very unique to them and them alone. Mm-hmm. They don't do it in any of these other shows that we talk about. And it's not
even
something,
though it's the same people making the shows.
It's true, but that gives Arrow its own unique flavor, and I love that. It's nothing like Star Wars, where they can actually do fucking wipes.
Yeah. The only people that can just wipe everything. Those are their transitions.
And I love that. I love that a lot because that's something unique to Star Wars. Yeah. Because if you
feels like Star Wars.
It does. Like if you saw them try to do that in Star Trek or in James Bond, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the hell?"
What is this? Some kind of teenager doing this editing?
Exactly. No. But they do it in Star Wars, and you're like, "It's great. It's beautiful.
It feels like Star Wars." But yeah, I mean, Arrow. To get back on topic, because this is not early morning ramblings with Ryan Barbosa, but yeah, I mean, Arrow. It was very well. I love this episode. It was very good.
Very good. The only thing it missed was John Constantine.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back this season. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of wondering if Constantine will come back for the final confrontation with Dark. Maybe, because maybe and maybe not, because I think Ollie is gonna need as much help as he can fucking get.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, at the end of John's episode, Constantine was like, "I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. You should too."
Because he knows how bad Dark can be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a good episode. There's a lot of good plot and character development. Like I said, I love that Andy is kind of getting redeemed, and there was this really nice touching moment where Andy gets to meet his niece.
Yeah.
And that was just
the very ending of the scene. Yeah. It was very beautiful.
Good. Again, sorry if you're racist.
Bad time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I love it. All right, let's move on to Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh my God, Legends of Tomorrow. So this was the pilot part 2, I guess it's technically like a 2-part premiere, but they did it separated by two weeks, which is weird. The fact that it was actually called Pilot Part 2, for the episode name, because normally if they do that, they do like a 2-hour premiere, and that didn't happen. So this episode was real interesting for Legends.
That was really interesting.
And I said this on the podcast whenever Ryan and I talked about it, but I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I love Doctor Who. And seeing Arthur Darvill play Rip Hunter, it's still kind of weird for me because I'm like, you're Rory, you're married to Amy, and you're an idiot. And I'm trying to take him seriously as Rip Hunter, and occasionally I do. And he's getting more and more into that character for me, which is good, especially the moment between him and Dr. Stein whenever he fixes Dr. Stein's timeline, which is very good. And in this episode, there's a lot of time stuff because we meet a young Dr. Stein who
smokes pot,
smokes
doobies.
Let's go light up a doobie and talk about physics, bro.
It helps me relax.
God.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny. That was great.
It was pretty good. Young Dr. Stein and White Canary flirting it up was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that happens. Of course, another encounter with Vandal Savage happens. And I kind of expect it to be an ongoing thing, of course. We didn't
trying to stop you. Can't. Dang it. Let's go again.
Exactly. Yeah. We didn't see Kronos this episode, which is interesting, because I really want Kronos to come back. I really want him to be the Boba Fett.
Yeah.
that he should be.
But like you're saying with Vandal Savage, the thing is, from what I'm gathering, is they're going to keep on going further back in time, which allows Vandal Savage to know more and more each time because they're going further back.
Yeah, see, if they do it that way, eventually it's going to come to a head to where they go back to the beginning in ancient Egypt.
Or the beginning in caveman times.
Yeah, and if they fail there, then they're probably going to do a final showdown, no items, final destination Smash Brothers, in the year 2166 with Vandal Savage, where he is fucking prepared for everything that they have.
Yeah.
Which will be hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most interesting part of this episode, for me at least, was seeing Damien Dark. Seeing Damien Dark at the auction for a nuclear warhead was real interesting, because that's obviously a connection to Arrow. And I'm wondering if we're going to see more of Damien Dark in Legends or, at all period. Or if maybe we're going to see Vandal Savage back in Arrow.
Yeah.
Maybe. And again, I love that the DC, like, micro universe, like, they're actually connecting all of their shows the way that Marvel does their TV and their movies. But all of these DC shows are talking to each other, and I love that. And, there's even, to go off topic for a little bit, the showrunners of The Flash and Supergirl on ABC are trying to find a way to make that happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's super friggin' cool. I really do. And I really hope it does happen. That'll make me watch Supergirl.
Yeah.
But, back to Legends of Tomorrow, I love the ship. I love Rip Hunter. I love any sort of time travel. That's just how I am. But, this episode for Pilot Part 2, it solidifies a lot of things. It sets a few things in stone. There are rules that these unexperienced time travelers now have to follow. There are guidelines, like whether or not they like Rip doesn't matter. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's the only one who really knows what he's talking about.
And I kind of hated and liked at the same time that any time, like Heatwave or Captain Cold or the Atom did something, he was like, "Oh, good fucking job, you fucking ingrates."
Yeah.
And just being British and like, you're wrong.
Always looking down on us Americans.
I know. What the hell? But I'm excited to see where it goes. I really am.
I'm very excited to see where it goes. And, I mean, if you don't know, we spoil shit on the show.
It's true. Sorry.
And there is some rumors of that Oliver or Stephen Amell was on the set of Legends of Tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised because, whenever the first trailer for Legends of Tomorrow happened, we see the entire group of Legends plus Ollie and the Flash, and they're fighting like these giant like Stompatron robots in some sort of warehouse. So I think that's going to happen. I think that'll probably be like a mid-season finale for Legends of Tomorrow. We'll probably get that, like big crossover like we do for all these other shows. But
the rumors is that it's something even more. It's Oliver in the future.
Ooh.
It's Oliver in like year 2046 or something like that.
That would be interesting. So, if it's like The Dark Knight Returns, like Oliver missing an arm and shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I like it.
I hope. I mean, that'd be really cool to see. I mean, like they show artwork of like him looking like Zuko's grandfather from Avatar. Like he has the beard and everything. It's pretty funny. But
Uncle Iroh?
Yeah.
Is Oliver gonna just be really serene and talking about tea?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
But he's like missing an arm, and it's really cool artwork that I've seen.
Man.
But I really hope so. I mean, these Legends of Tomorrow is going to be really fun. These 2 pilot episodes, they're slow, but we're getting to know the show. That's what it is, and it's going to go full force, and it's going to be fun.
And I love seeing all of these different characters from the Flash and Arrow like get to interact with each other. I always find villains are a lot more fun because they don't have as much rules as heroes.
Yeah.
And seeing Heatwave and Captain Cold interact with White Canary from Pilot Part 1 in the bar, hilarious. Yeah. Seeing Heatwave and Captain Cold, kind of interact, deal with the Atom. It was so much different because both of them are like, we know what we're doing, we're criminals.
And White Canary, since she has the criminal vibe on her already, so
they blend together real well. But Adam is like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's evil.
Yeah, he's like, that was a dummy box. You just messed everything up. And he's like, oh, crap.
And then they both just like, gah,
yep,
knock out some guards.
Which from there we find out that is Vandal Savage's house. Oh my goodness.
And a lot of stuff happens there. Well, I mean, we do spoilers. They fucking kill Hawkman. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Bye-bye, Carter. For now.
Yeah, for real. For now. And they didn't even bother to take his body. Yeah. They just left him in, they're still in 1975, but they're just gonna leave him in 1975?
Yeah.
What the shit?
But maybe it's something that we learned from... The Flash.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Hawkman's origin story. He still comes back in his future life looking the same exact way.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's insane, really. I did not expect that to happen, at all. And then, whenever Kendra Shaira is, cradling his dying body, and he's like, return to me. Yeah. And all this kind of stuff. I'm like, are we just going to ignore the fact that, immortal caveman with the only knife that can murder you is behind you, like your back, like right now.
Yeah. He could easily kill you, but for some reason he doesn't.
Just not gonna. Yeah. Okay.
But it's just so we can have the emotional feeling between Kendra and.
And it went even further into a peak because whenever they rescue Kendra, they put her back on the ship. They try to put her in stasis. She has this whole like teary, like I never got to tell him how I felt and stuff like that.
It was a straight up meltdown.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the scene was bad. I'm not saying the acting was bad, but it's just like the scenario, and it was kind of touching in a way, even though it was really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hawkman is gone. I don't know what the hell is happening
temporarily.
Now. Well, hopefully temporarily. My only issue with the episode, the only thing that I felt was wrong, was the fact that during that final showdown at Savage's house, whenever like the entire crew of Rip Hunter's ship is there at the house, like there's like 6 guards coming towards Heatwave and everybody else. And then, we actually see, like, Rip Hunter give Ray his Atom suit, which is like a little action figure. I thought that was a nice touch. But, we see them all, like, go into battle and start flying around and, like, doing all their, their special effects shit. There was, like, 6 dudes, and then suddenly there was 50.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell?
Instantly multiplied.
Yeah. I mean, are they fighting Multiple Man? Is this Multiple Man from the past?
Or Multiplex from The Flash?
It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was dumb. But, that's my one nitpick.
Yeah. But they got to make it interesting for the fight scenes.
True.
But it's great. I love the show. It's going to be so fun.
It's a lot of fun, and they're kind of taking, like, the serious notes for time travel from Arrow and, like, the fun colorist, like, really hyper action of the Flash and blending it into one with time travel. And I love that. I love the idea. I love where it's going, minus Hawkman. And I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, Hawkman he's a big hero.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
Hawkgirl
is the main out of those two. Like, always.
Well, yeah, she's the one that gets focused on a bit more.
Yeah.
Well, more recently, because, Golden Age comics, they did focus on Hawkman a bit more.
But that was his own, like, line.
Well, yeah, but even in the Justice League, like Super Friends, they... Like in Golden Age stuff, it was always Hawkman, and then Hawkgirl came around, and Hawkman kind of took a back seat, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Girl power. But my main issue with it, of them killing Khufu, is not the fact that he may not come back. It's the fact that it's only him or Sha'ira that can take out Savage. Like they can. As we've seen, they can blast Vandal Savage till he's just atoms in the air, and he will always come back, and he will, like, reform like a fucking homunculus, because that's apparently what immortality is for him. And so, if anyone but Sha'ira does it, I mean, it's kind of not going to work, and so if you take away one of the only 2 people that can do it for you, I mean, that makes it really, really hard to kill the fucker.
Yeah. Which we find out that he can't do it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, one of the things that kind of bug me about the show, but it's also because of its plot armor, but it's because the fact that how does Rip Hunter constantly know what's going to happen, but he doesn't try to change it? Like, he's like, oh yeah, only she can do it, but why didn't you tell him that before? He wasn't there in the room at all. He didn't see any of that, but he's like, nope, she can only do it.
Time travel.
Yep.
And, it's not really, I wouldn't call that expressly plot armor. I mean, it can very much be, but time travel is a very, very tricky thing. Yeah. So we had kind of had a wipe here. Yeah. Sorry, we had a cut.
You noticed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can make it where you don't notice at all.
No, this was definitely a wipe. This was Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like it.
Super Star Wars wipe. But, yeah, I mean, this is going to be the end of this week. We talked about all the great shows that came on.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed. Because we definitely enjoy shooting
these. Every time. I just want to say real quick, because, where we cut off in Legend of Tomorrow, time travel is a big thing. It can be very confusing, but it's a lot of fun. So I hope you like Legends of Tomorrow like we do. If you would like more time travel, watch Back to the Future and Doctor Who, 2 of my very favorite things.
Yep.
So let's get to the wrap-up.
Yeah, the wrap-up. Well, obviously, as you know, my name is Ryan Barbosa. And Barbates at TV.
It's true, he's awesome.
Here's the lower thirds. Give it some time to get off screen. Go over to Brad Foster.
They know the name. They know they're called lower thirds.
There's his lower thirds. But, Any shameless plugs? I already have it in the lower thirds, but you want to talk about it?
You can go to, I'm probably not pointing at it right, but I'm gonna guess like this general area. You can visit my blog, my podcast, and where you can find me, Ryan, and a whole bunch of other fun people doing stupid fun things every day.
Oh yeah.
Except for the weekend. I don't release stuff on the weekends.
Sadly not. You'll just have to wait or rewatch past episodes.
True. Actually, occasionally I release stuff on. Sometimes I release my YouTube stuff on the weekends.
Yes.
So,
Which, if you like Pokemon Crystal, go check it out because it's a fun series.
It is a fun series, and Ryan has joined me twice now.
Oh yeah. Cthulhu.
Cthulhu is amazing.
But you're gonna have to watch it to find out more.
It's true.
But thank you for watching Superhero Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Something we love doing. And I guess YouTube. We will see you later.
Take care.